Rochelle White, how are you? Ngozi Oluipe, blessings, Ngozi. Who else is there? Let me greet you guys. Bidemi, hi. Adeola Disu, we are missing you already. I need to talk to you tonight after this program. We need to talk and work about on our magazine together. Paul, good news. Favor Umana, Shonira Olayemi. Welcome. As you are coming in, please go ahead and share the link. Let's go ahead and share the link. Share the link with your friends publicly, with all the friends rather than just with one. Bola Luro, welcome. Jane Munsaka. I'm sure Jane Munsaka, I think you should be from, with that name, you should be from Zambia, right? Are you from Zambia or Tanzania? I guess you should be from Zambia. And if you are from Zambia, you can't believe it, what is happening with Zambians. Every week I receive letters from Zambians. Zambians who are getting excited about Pastor Sandei, who are getting, in fact, I'm receiving more letters now from Zambia than I'm receiving from Nigeria. So many people from Zambia are getting connected and are getting blessed. But I don't see them on the line, but maybe they're here. But many of them are watching probably on YouTube or my blog. But Zambians are really getting caught up with Pastor Sandei's messages for some reasons. So thank God. So Jane is there. Anastasia is there, my best mentor. My very, very, very best mentor in all the earth, in all the world. Ola Abodere is there. Ola Yinkashew is there. Galina Kirishenka, Steve Osarity, Pastor Solomon, Reverend Solomon, MJ is there. I can't wait to see this MJ. I think she will just suffocate me with her embrace when she comes, because she was not here she has never seen me, but just looking at me in the video, and each time she sends a video, she's always hugging me, kissing me all over. Wow. So she is going to suffocate the life out of me, I guess, when she embraces me. But I think she cannot come. I heard she just had a child. Adeola Disu, Dr. Bien Sufficient, Emi Doris, Dapo Adesoji, Gladys Nwosu. Oh, Dr. Sufficient is here. Welcome back. Jane Musanka said, I'm from Zimbabwe. Are you serious? Oh, but on the border with Zambia, because that name seems very Zambian. Okay, it's on the border with Zambia. Okay. Jane is from Zimbabwe. Okay, all right. Yeah, you used to be North Rhodesia and South Rhodesia. That's right. Shao Smith is here. Julie Ngoya Sharis is here. That's the birthday girl. Can you believe it? Today is Ngoya Sharis' birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You know what? Normally, Julie is here in Kyiv like 2-3 times a year. But now it's time to congratulate her for her birthday and she's not here. The very time she was supposed to be around, she's not around. How I wish you were here so that I could congratulate you myself in person here in Ukraine. But I guess the whole DSA family knows who Ngoya Sharis is. And I think everyone is congratulating her right now and wishing you a wonderful, wonderful birthday. She's just 25, young girl, but smart girl. She's not having a brain of 25-year-old girl. She's having a brain, a mature brain, a grown-up brain. All right, Joseph Oyewale, Paula Wodele, Adeola Joseph, Justin Mayo, Molly is here, Michael Babs, Oji Ojimadu, Gloria Val, you are welcome, Ola Martin, Benny Gift, Michael Ojela B, Yetunde Awolesi, Eric Osadolo, Shinwe Ananaba, Funke is here, Professor Daniel. Welcome everyone. Olayinka Sheun. Well. Welcome. So, Olabide Adelaja is back. Ajayi Amaka is here. Okay, let's go now. So make sure you go and share the link. Let's go ahead and share the link. Let's go ahead and share the link today. And I'm going to start the teaching right now. So let's go ahead and share the teaching with as many people as possible. So, and share it publicly. Let's share it publicly and go and get your friends' attention before it's too late, because I think this teaching today is going to be unique. It's going to be extraordinary. It's going to be interesting teaching, and I want you to really get ready for it. I think you are going to enjoy it. I think you are going to enjoy it. Self-confidence. I would not think that is a topic that that is so important like that for me to talk about, but since it was asked for and ordered by someone I place in high regard, I respect his opinion. I respect the opinion of all of you, but he has, this guy, I really respect his opinion. And Deji, because he's working with the public, so he knows what the public wants. So when he said this, I said, here we go. I'm obedient. I try to be obedient. So, but I see with the responses that I'm seeing that people might actually need that topic than I thought. I suffered from it, and God saved me and delivered me from it, but I thought that not too many people are suffering from lack of self-confidence these days. But it's like they are. So, okay, we've done 2 classes. Now, today is the next one. Today is the next class, and the topic of today is self-confidence comes from knowing your worth. Self-confidence comes from knowing your worth. Self-confidence comes from you knowing your worth. Now, with the level of cynicism and skepticism in our society today, there is so much negativism and so much callousness in the culture, and especially in the public opinion, that it's actually, I think it's true that it takes a very confident person to really break through and to really make it big. You need to be serious about working on your confidence level. You need to be serious about your self-image, because they will write anything about you. Like me, if you see what people are writing about me, you will run away from me. And you don't know, and you will not know that probably the biggest blessings in your life is what you are running away from. Because that is what people do right now. When people are hiding behind their computers, when they are in their room and nobody sees them, they become bold. They become so bold that they begin to write all sorts of things that they would never be able to say in public, or they would never be able to confront you with. And some people read everything they read in the internet, they believe it. And so if you are not strong enough, some people's image have been tarnished, and some people have even given up just because bad things or horrible things have been said about them. So you need to really be sure of who you are for you to survive in this day and age that we are living in. This day and age, anybody can just put your photo there, your picture there, spread any horrible news about you. And if you don't know who you are, if you are not established in who you are, in your personality and in the worthy self-esteem for yourself, you are just going to fall into depression. You are going to be very discouraged, and you will not be able to do anything. Your calling might even be affected as a result of it. So know your self-worth. And today, and that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about knowing your self-worth, knowing your worth. Because knowing your worth will boost your self-confidence. Self-confidence actually will come to you automatically once you know your worth. And today, that is why I want you to call as many people as possible, because I'll be talking about knowing your worth. I'll be talking about your worth today. And I don't know anybody that could motivate like Pastor Sandey when I begin to do it, because I'm going to be talking today about your self-worth, about your worth, and that your worth is by the time you discover your worth, you are going to have wings. So I'm going to be giving you some wings from Father God today. You are going to grow some wings. You are going to grow some wings by the time I'm through with you, because knowing your self-worth is the basis, or is one of the bases of self-confidence. You remember the last time we spoke about self-confidence coming from your reference point. Now, apart from reference point, there is the next point where self-confidence comes from. Self-confidence comes from knowing. It's not just coming from your worth, but it's coming from knowing. Underline the word knowing. It is the knowing of your worth that gives you self-confidence and high self-esteem. So if you are serious about your self-image and you want to work on yourself to boost your self-confidence, you want to come to listen to this message today. So by knowing your self-worth, your self-confidence will thrive. Next point I want to make. Self-confidence. What is self-confidence? Many people might find it difficult to describe or to identify what self-confidence is. So the way I will describe self-confidence is this. Self-confidence is when you know and believe that you too, just like every other person, but that you too are qualified for honor, for celebration, and for respect. So self-confidence is when you know that you don't need to fight for anything. You don't need to strive for anything. You don't need to convince anybody. You know your worth. You know that you too, that you are qualified. You deserve to be celebrated. Not because you deserve by doing something or something, but you know you are qualified for it. When you know that you are qualified to be accepted, you are qualified to be celebrated, you are qualified to be welcomed, you are qualified to be honored, you are qualified to be respected, you are qualified to be received, you are qualified to be welcomed in any society. You are just qualified to be accepted. That is self-confidence right there. But when you lack that feeling of being qualified, when you lack that feeling that you qualify to be accepted, it means you lack self-confidence. When you don't have that feeling, that sense that you qualified to be received, that means you have low self-esteem. It means you don't have self-confidence. When you know and you are sure that you are qualified to be celebrated, that is what we call self-confidence. But when you don't have that feeling that you deserve to be celebrated, this means you have low self-esteem. It means you lack self-confidence. When you don't know and when you are not sure that you deserve to be honored, when you don't have that confidence that I too deserve to be honored, then it means you lack self-confidence. So when you don't know and when you are not sure, you are not confident that you deserve to be respected, it means you lack self-confidence. It means you lack self-confidence. But the man that knows, for whatsoever reason, we are going to talk about what makes you to know, what makes you to be sure that what makes you to have self-confidence. And that's what I'm talking about, that we are going to talk about today. That is your worth, knowing your worth. I am going to give you those bases and the basis on, because you got to base that assurance on something. If you are sure that you deserve to be respected, that has to be based on something. Why do I deserve to be respected? So you must know why you deserve to be respected. That's when then you will be able to know, yes, I really deserve to be respected. But when you don't have the basis for it, and sometimes we say, okay, he deserves to be respected because he's a millionaire. But you too deserve to be respected. Maybe you don't know why, but I will tell you why today you deserve to be respected. So, you say, oh, she deserves to be respected because she's a movie star, or she's an artist, or she's a singer, or she's a Hollywood performer, or whatever. She deserves to be respected. But why should people respect me? What should people honor me for? But today, I want to open your eyes, and I want to help your eyes to be opened, and for you to know that even you deserve to be respected, to be celebrated, and to be honored, even if you are not a movie star or you are not a millionaire. And no matter who you are, I'm going to give you an argument, and I'm going to give you the basis, and I'm going to give you the foundations and the fundamentals of why you can have self-confidence. Again, self-confidence is when you know, based on whatsoever reason you have, but when you know that you deserve to be honored, that when you know that you deserve to be respected, when you know that you deserve to be celebrated, when you know that you deserve to be welcomed, to be accepted, when you know you qualify, that is self-confidence. Now, people base their self-confidence on different things. People have different foundations for their self-confidence. But today, I am telling you that the basis, one of the real basis, like I said last time, one of the basis of that self-confidence that I deserve to be respected, I deserve to be celebrated, could be your reference point. So your reference point gives you that self-confidence. We spoke about that last week. But today, I'm telling you that you still deserve to be respected, even when we're not talking. Let's not even talk about the reference point. So what are the other things what are the other things that will give you that foundation to be confident that you deserve to be celebrated? Your worth. From knowing your worth. Your self-confidence depends on what you know. Now, the Bible says something about knowing. It says you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. But it's not just the truth that sets you free. It is the truth that you know that sets you free. So it is the knowing that sets you free. So when it comes to self-confidence, it is the knowing of your worth. It is the knowing of your worth that makes you to be self-confident. Now, believe me, everybody has one worth or the other. But when you don't know the worth, you lack self-confidence. When you don't know your worth, you don't know it. Even though you have it, but because you don't know it, you lack it. For example, do you know that there are people who are Nigerians? I'm a Nigerian. There are people who are Nigerians and they are not confident about saying they are Nigerians. In fact, there are some people who are Nigerians, when they begin to talk the Nigerian accent and they know that you are passing by, they change it so that you will not know that they are Nigerians. Or when you even go to them and say, are you Nigerian? They say, no, I'm not Nigerian. No. I'm British or I'm American. Why? Because they don't know why it deserves. They have what is the worth? What is the worth in Nigeria that deserves for them to be confident about it? And I, on the other hand, I know that there are people in this world that are respected. Bill Gates would have liked to be a Nigerian. Mark Zuckerberg would like to be a Nigerian. Cameron, the former Prime Minister of England, he envies Nigerians or Nigeria. Deserve to be a Nigerian. Many great people that you all admire, who are Americans and are British, they would have lied, they would have loved to be Nigerians. But you are already Nigerian. Are you ashamed? It's all because of what you know or because of what you don't know. I've been to Japan. And when they know that I'm Nigerian, they showed me the experiment that they conducted for all the nations of the world. And Nigeria was in the top 3 countries of the smartest people in the whole world. Japanese are saying this. And you are telling me that Nigerians are smarter than them. Koreans told me this. Americans told me this, that they would like to be Nigerians. British, Russians. I am Nigerian because of what I know. Because I know this, I could be self-confident about calling myself a Nigerian. I have an option here of getting their passport. I'm not getting their passport. I'm keeping my Nigerian passport. Why? I'm confident. I have self-worth. So your confidence is dependent on when you know something, on the worth and the value that you know that you carry. So today I'm going to be telling you that you can have self-confidence. Again, let me tell you again what is the definition of self-confidence that I'm giving you today. The definition of self-confidence is when somebody knows and is sure that he deserves. He just knows that he deserves. He just assumes. I mean, he takes it for granted. He knows that he deserves to be celebrated. Because he knows he deserves to be celebrated. And he knows that he deserves to be honored. He knows that he deserves to be respected. That knowing that you deserve to be respected, for whatsoever reason, we'll talk about the reasons later. That knowing that you deserve to be honored. That knowing that you deserve to be loved. That knowing that you are loved already. You deserve to be respected. That knowing is what we call self-confidence. It's what we call self-confidence. But a lot of people don't know it. A lot of people don't have self-confidence because they don't know some things. Most especially, they don't have the right reference points, and also they don't know their worth. And that's why today I said your self-confidence comes from knowing your worth. And I'm going to help you discover your worth today. I'm going to wake you up today. And if you know anybody that is suffering from low self-esteem, or that is suffering from lack of confidence, or that needs to be awakened to his worth, that want to really acquire that quality of self-confidence, bring them to me. Call them right now. Call them that, hey, come on, get out of where you are. You need to tune into Pastor Sandey right now. Okay, so you heard what I said. Self-confidence is when you know and believe that you too, like every other person, qualify for honor and even for celebration. That you too deserve to be respected. Next point I want to let you know. This kind of self-confidence I'm talking about is not the same thing as arrogance. It's not arrogance. It is not pomposity. It is not pride. It is self-assurance. A kind of peace that you have within yourself. That I am loved, or I know that I deserve it. The fact that I deserve to be celebrated and I deserve to be honored, I deserve to be respected, doesn't mean that you are going to respect me. But you don't need to respect me. Still, I deserve. Either you respect me or you don't respect me. I know that I deserve. That's most important. Either you give me the respect that I deserve or you don't give me the respect. I don't care. I know I deserve it. That's self-confidence. Either you think I deserve to be honored or I don't deserve to be honored. You look down at me. You think I'm nobody. Okay, you have your own opinion. You have your right to that. But I know that I deserve to be honored. That's why I said the knowing is what you need. And so, but that knowing must be based on something. On what basis? How do you base that? What basis gives you that confidence? Where does that confidence come from? From the knowing. Knowing of what? Of what? Knowing your worth. Okay, keep on. Next point. Self-confidence, therefore, is an assurance. Assurance that you are. That's the first basis right now. I'm beginning to give you the basis for self-confidence. The basis for self-confidence. 1, you are sure. You have the assurance that you are unique, that you are different, and that you are special. Remember those 3 words. What makes you special? No problem. We'll let you know it. We'll let you know it. We'll let you know it. We'll let you know what makes you special. But your worth, your self-worth is connected to the fact that you know and you are sure of the fact that you are unique. I need to convince you that you are unique. Everybody is unique. That's why your fingerprints cannot be duplicated or copied. It's unique. You are unique. Nobody has your fingerprint. Nobody has the print of your eyes. Your eyes have different print. Your ears. You are totally unique. No one is like you. Nobody is competing with you. No one can compete with you. You are unique. That is one basis of knowing your worth. Now, you know this clothes that I'm wearing. If you look very well, maybe in Ukraine, maybe not in Ukraine, maybe in France, maybe in Germany. I bought it from Germany. I didn't buy it, somebody bought it from Germany. But if you look very well all over the world, you will still find it. But when, because they are just done in mass production. So many things are done in mass production. But when the company or a factory takes its time, not just to make mass production, but to make a unique, singular copy. It takes much more effort, much more sacrifice, much more resources to do something in a singular copy. That by itself and in itself is talking about uniqueness. And it's talking about worth. Your uniqueness talks about your worth. Your uniqueness talks about your self-worth. Your uniqueness talks about your self-worth. I'm thinking that Ngoya Julie Sharis should be very happy today because she's getting a good message on her birthday. I think it's also a gift to her on her birthday with this kind of message. All right, so yeah. So for you to get self-confidence, know first of all that you are unique. I mean, there's no need for me to begin to waste my time trying to convince you that you are unique. Even if you say you don't believe it, you are still unique. Even if you don't recognize it, still you are unique. Even if you think you are the same like every other person, still you are unique. It's still true. It's not true what you believe. If you believe that you are just like other person, it's still not true. If you believe that you are not different from other people, it's still not true, because that's not the truth. That's not the truth. The fact that you are unique is the truth. So either you believe it or you don't believe it, it's still true that you are unique. So the faster you begin to believe it, the better it is for you. The faster you begin to believe it, the better it is for you. So the first thing you must know about your self-worth is that you have self-worth based on your uniqueness. Your self-worth is based on your uniqueness. Your self-worth is based on your difference. There is a book I wrote in Russian language that is called The Law of Difference. It is Lisa Linquist or something is her name. I can't pronounce her last name very well. Lisa, I think, is the one that is supposed to edit that book for us. The Law of Difference, we call it, or the law of Uniqueness. I hope that book will be ready by the 50th, by my 50th anniversary. So it's a whole book about your uniqueness. I think all of us need together, the law of difference. So it's the assurance that you are unique and different and special. That is your basis for self-confidence. Don't ever doubt it that you are unique. Don't ever question it that you are different and that you are special. To convince you of your uniqueness, let me ask you one question. Is there anything in your life that you do different or differently from others? Do you walk differently from others? Do you talk differently from others? Is your voice different from the voice of others? Do you dress differently? Do you do your makeup differently? Do you have different hairstyles sometimes? Do you cook differently? Is there anything? Is there anything? Is there any single thing in this whole world that you do differently from others? If there is, you still want to tell me you're not different? You still want to tell me you're not unique? You still want to tell me you're just like every other person? You still want to tell me nothing is special about you? That is the proof of your uniqueness and of your worth. And if you are unique, it means you have worth. So since you can do at least anything good thing differently than the rest of the people, it shows that you are unique. You are unique. Celebrate your uniqueness. The uniqueness calls for respect. Uniqueness demands respect. Difference demands respect. The fact that you are different, the fact that you are unique, means you can be respected. But don't care what other people do, how they relate to you. It doesn't depend on them. It depends on what you know. You know you are different. That means you must also know my difference means I deserve to be respected. My difference points me to the fact that I deserve to be celebrated. My difference points me to the fact that I deserve to be honored. My difference is telling me something. Your difference is first of all for you before it is for others. Your difference is talking to you. Your difference is telling you to believe in yourself. Your difference is telling you to know that your difference says, believe it. You are different. And that difference is a pointer to you to know that you deserve to be respected. You see, you are different in that. That means you deserve to be respected. You know, you are different in that other thing. You are special. You are different. You are unique in that other thing. That means it's telling you that you deserve to be honored. You know, you see, you do that differently. You talk differently. All those things that make you different, those things are telling you something. They are passing one and the same message to you. Where you are different is where you are respected. Where you are different is where you deserve respect. Where you are different is where you deserve honor. Where you are different is where you deserve to be celebrated. Where you are different is where you deserve to be welcomed. Where you are different is where you deserve to be accepted. Where you are different is what point takes you out. It's your pedestal. Your difference is your pedestal. Your difference is your pedestal. Your difference is your springboard. Your difference is your springboard. Your difference is your pedestal. Are you different? Anywhere? In anything? Be confident about the fact that you deserve to be respected. That's what it's talking about. You deserve to be honored and to be celebrated. Next thing that you need to know is for you, these things will, okay, for your difference will give you your worth. Next thing that will give you your self-worth is be confident. You have to be confident that your difference is divine, because your difference is created by God. Your journey is channeled by God. Your peculiarity is designed by your Lord. Your path, your ways, things that make you to be different, things that are not man-made. You didn't cause yourself that problem, right? You didn't put that thing on you. But things that you are given by nature, by God, your uniqueness, your difference, all those things. When you know that your difference is divine, that is the basis of your worth. Because God knows better than any man's opinion. God knows better than any person, whatever they are thinking about how you look or how you talk or about your difference. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks about your difference. If God gave that to you, it is divine. So because it's divine, what is divine? Divine is something that's connected to God. Divine is something that comes from God. Divine is something that is of God's will and of God's nature. Can you believe it? If it's God's will that you are who you are, if it's God's will that you have what you have, who is it to argue with you? If God has decided to place you where you are, to make you who you are, that should be the basis for your self-worth. God agrees with you. You are in line with God. That on its own is enough to boost your confidence. That is enough to give you as big an ego as you want. Don't allow anybody to put you down. Don't allow anybody to laugh at your difference. Don't allow anybody to humiliate you. Don't allow anybody to intimidate you. Don't allow anybody to talk down on your difference. When you know that your difference is divine, it boosts your self-confidence. So be confident about your difference, and be confident about the fact that it is divine. It's God-made. Now, what is your gifting? Are you gifted in anything? Are you talented in anything? Is there anything you do differently from other people? Are there things that you can endure that others cannot? Are there anything that you notice that others don't? Are there anything that you are interested in that others are not interested in? Are there some things that you pay attention to and others don't pay attention to them? Are there other things that you like and others don't like them? Are there things that you think about and other people don't think about them? Those things point to your uniqueness, my dear. And also they point to God's hand upon your life. They point to the place of God in your destiny. They point to the fact that God is interested in you and God has pointed you out. He had handpicked you. He had handpicked you. So rejoice about your difference. Celebrate your difference. And when you begin to celebrate your difference, then you know that you deserve celebration as well. Not just by you, but by others. But it has to start from you. Begin to honor your difference before others could honor you. Begin to respect your difference so that others will respect you. And begin to celebrate your difference so that others will celebrate you as well. It is mainly only people who celebrate their difference that others celebrate. The people who put down their difference, the people who humiliate and push down their own difference and uniqueness, they are put down by others as well. So if you don't notice your difference, others will not notice you. If you don't, pay attention to your uniqueness, others will not pay attention to you. If you don't celebrate and rejoice about your uniqueness and your difference, others have nothing to rejoice about you. So that's why I like makeup for women. I like women who make makeup, but I don't like the one that, there is one makeup that I spoke about the other day when people, ladies started painting their face so that they are no more there. That's not the kind of makeup I'm talking about. I'm talking about the makeup that emphasizes your difference. I'm talking about, but I'm not talking about the makeup that makes you the same or like every other person, just a mask. No, I'm not talking about that. Anything that that emphasizes your difference should be celebrated. That is why I cannot buy into the beauty parameter of the fashion industry. They call it, is it 60, 1960 or 1960, 90? Is it 60, 90? 90, 60, 90. 90, 60, 90. It can never be right. It is horrible. And you cannot give a standard for everybody. It is horrible. We will never buy into that. That's why I would ask our African women to celebrate themselves, to emphasize their backside and emphasize their body, their big boost, and emphasize anything God has given you. Anything that makes you different from the crowd, from every other person, must be celebrated. That is why dressing is about. Dressing is just not about covering your nakedness. Dressing is also about emphasizing your difference. Dressing, like me, for example, I'm a black man, so I wear colorful things. I make noise. I am loud about it. Come and pay attention to me. I don't want to go and put another black on my top and make myself dark and invisible. No, I make myself visible and loud. Anything that enhances your difference must be celebrated. And so when you begin to celebrate yourself like that, when you begin to honor yourself, when you begin to, honor your heritage, your wherever you are coming from, your difference and your uniqueness, then others will only begin to emphasize and celebrate you because you have first celebrated yourself. Do you want people to honor you? You want people to celebrate you? You want people to welcome you and to respect you? You must first welcome, celebrate, honor those things that make you to be unique and that makes you to be different. The law of difference. All right, that book, like I said, is being taken care of by Lisa. Lisa, she just wrote something, Celebrate Yourself and others. Yeah, Lisa Eichenhorst. That's a complicated, sounds German to me. Eichenhorst. So Lisa Eichenhorst, if she does a good job, then that book will be ready by my 50th birthday. Not just Lisa though, not just Lisa, because all other people who have taken the book also must finish it in 10 days time. Less than 10 days now. We have less than 10 days. So if they do it, then we are going to have 50 books. Anyway, so let's continue. So the topic of today is your self-confidence comes from knowing your worth. Your self-confidence comes from knowing your worth. So let's continue. I told you already that your difference is the basis for your confidence. And but your confidence is, a confident person is somebody who knows that he deserves to be respected, that he deserves to be welcomed, that he deserves to be honored, that he deserves to be welcomed, that he deserves to be celebrated. So that is a confident person. It means he's confident. But where do I get that from? You get it from your uniqueness. You get it from your uniqueness. But your uniqueness will remain unnoticeable until you know it. But when you know it, knowing it is not enough. What do you do after you know it? You begin for yourself to celebrate it. Begin to celebrate your difference. Begin to celebrate your uniqueness. Begin to celebrate your gift. Begin to celebrate your heritage. Anything that makes you different. For example, when I was in high school, everybody used to laugh at. I was the second shortest guy in the school. I was so short. They were calling me taproot. Root. I mean, they were calling me, all kind of, children know how to humiliate you and call you names. So they were laughing at me. But now I am short. In fact, even my own wife didn't want to marry me because I was too short. But now, I made myself that my shortness is a blessing. I I make my wife to wear high heels to even become taller than me. I say, okay, you see the beauty I'm with? How tall she is beside me? Oh, yeah. So my shortness emphasizes my wife until an elevator higher. But then I took my time also to build a giant inside that short body. It's only the body that is short. I went and constructed a Superman inside, a giant inside. So it is being sure of your difference. It is celebrating your difference and your distinction that makes other people to celebrate you. So you cannot be thinking that your distinction is a curse while you are waiting for others to celebrate you. If you are hating yourself in the house and you hate yourself and you don't like yourself and you are thinking that you are bad and that everything you have is a curse, how then do you want others to celebrate you? How then do you want others to celebrate you? You must change your opinion about yourself. You must begin to know that whatever God has given you is your gift from God. And it's not worse than anybody else's gift. Because it's unique. It is not the beauty that makes people to be celebrated. It is the uniqueness. It is not the beauty of a person that makes somebody to be celebrated. It is the uniqueness. So it is your uniqueness or your difference that qualifies you for celebration. It's not your beauty, not your handsomeness, not your rightness. You know why it's not beauty and why it cannot be beauty? Because beauty taste changes all the time. You know, now they are thinking it's 90, 60, 90. But before, they used to think it's like 120, 120, 120. And next year it's going to change again. And the other year it's going to change again. So it's not the beauty or the rightness. Because all those things change. So what makes you to deserve to be celebrated and is not, you know, whatever people call beauty or not beauty. It is the difference. And as long as everybody is different from another person, it means we all deserve to be celebrated. We all deserve to be celebrated. We all deserve to be celebrated. So, you have to be sure of your distinctions. And also, you have to be sure that your distinctions are divine. That they are a gift. A gift from God, a gift from the Father, a gift from the Father. That your difference and your uniqueness are not by accident. You must just know that your uniqueness. Lisa is saying 36, 24, 36. What is that? 36, 24, 36? I don't know what that is. I think maybe ladies might know what that means. But you must know that your uniqueness is a gift from God. It's divine. It's not a curse. It's a blessing. Can you tell that to yourself? My uniqueness is a blessing. My uniqueness is a blessing. See my wide nose? Have you noticed? Have you noticed my wide nose? Yeah. I show my members here because I'm pastoring white people, mainly 99% of our church is white. So they have pointed nose. I say, you don't have enough oxygen. How do you have enough oxygen? I have wide enough to take in as many oxygen as possible. Yeah. As much oxygen as possible. Celebrate your uniqueness. Celebrate your uniqueness. And I have a wide mouth. Wide mouth. It's everybody's dream to kiss that mouth. It's wide enough to give a wonderful kiss. You ask my wife. I am blessed with my mouth. It's good that you have a small mouth and a small lip. It's good for you. But me, I have a wide one, the African one. That's what is needed. Your uniqueness is a blessing. Your uniqueness is divine, sorry. Your difference, your distinction is a blessing, it's not a curse. So don't ever believe those lies. God doesn't lie. God doesn't tell lies. What God has given you is what you need to be different. Remember, what makes you to be celebrated is not your beauty, it's your difference. Do you know Nick Vujicic? He doesn't have arms and doesn't have legs. Totally different from us. That's why he's speaking where you cannot speak. That's why he's been invited all over the place, and you are not the one that has been invited all over the place. Not you, he's been invited. He doesn't have legs, yet he's been invited. He doesn't have arms, yet he's been invited. He's a millionaire, but you might not be a millionaire yet. Is it the beauty or the long legs that's making them to invite him? Or the muscular arms that's making them to invite him? Oh, just his difference. Just his difference. It is not your beauty that makes people to celebrate you. It is your uniqueness. This is your uniqueness. Why are we all celebrating Julie, in Goya today? Because she's unique. Everything she's doing, she's unique. She dresses differently. She's different. She does a different blog. Her blog is different from everybody else's blog. Her pictures are different. Her ways of mannerism is different. Emphasize your difference, my dear. That is where your glory is. Your glory is in your difference. Your glory is in your difference. Your glory is in your uniqueness. God made everybody different because it is in their difference He has hidden their glory. God makes everybody to be unique because their beauty, their glory, their worth, their future, and their celebration is in that their uniqueness, in that their difference. So go for it. Go for it. So stop cursing yourself. Stop looking down at yourself. Stop, laughing at yourself. Stop hating yourself. Begin to celebrate yourself. Your next point. Your self-confidence begins when you are able to define your difference. So what will I want you to do right now? Sit down. Take out a paper. Maybe not now, maybe later on when you will be listening to this. Find a time for yourself. When you find a sheet of paper, or you take your computer or your smartphone and make a list of all your differences. Make a list of where you're different. Make a list of your uniqueness. Make a list of everything that makes you not to be like others. And then let the celebration begin. Let the celebration begin from there. Begin to celebrate each and every one of those uniqueness. By the time you begin to celebrate them, and by the time you yourself begin to believe in them and celebrate them, the world will run after you. They will begin to celebrate as well with you. But if you don't notice them, if you don't know them, if you don't notice them, if you don't begin to celebrate them, nobody is going to notice them too. Nobody's going to celebrate them. But if you make a list of them, then you know them, then be sure of them. Then let me tell you another thing you should do. Go ahead and walk on them. Go and emphasize them. Go and magnify them. See, this is my mouth. Me, I use it to laugh very well. All my 32, all of them are there now. All of them come out because the wide mouth with a wide smile. Yeah. My black skin, I magnify it well. I put colorful thing on top, I will not pass by without you noticing. Somebody has passed by, Then you begin to magnify the thing. You begin to celebrate your own self from inside, and begin to magnify it until the whole world begins to celebrate you. If you have not yet shared this link, please go ahead and share it. Frankie Abayobi say, you mean it? Wow, you mean it? Yeah. I mean it. 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 You know, when I first came to Europe, and of course, in this country, we were the only white people around. So, we are doing something, and I'm laughing. Then all the white people begin to come to me and say, hey. I said, what's the problem? Behave, behave. I said, because I shouldn't laugh because I must behave. He said, you in this place in Europe, people don't behave like that. You have to, mellow down. You have to chisel yourself and put yourself in place and become civilized. So where I'm coming from, they are not civilized. Okay. But with my, I know they wanted to put me under the box. They wanted to put me under the box, like they have done for all other black people here, who cannot release themselves, who cannot fully be themselves. Then they began to tell me I'm not cultured. You are not cultured. You are laughing too loud. Behave yourself. You shouldn't dress so loud. Do you know when I was invited to speak in the U.S. Senate? They told me I must wear black suit and red tie. I said, no, be me. I said, if you don't want me to come, maybe I'll not go come. Mama, not be me. You go and look at my speech at the United States Senate. I didn't have any black suit there. Not be black. Oh. Yes, I didn't have yellow as well, but but at least it's not black. And I didn't have red tie. I didn't have red tie. I wore what I wanted to wear. That may be that. This is me. They said no, but it's it was on whatever hill, something, Plateau Hill or whatever, Capitol Hill. You must go there in some code to a condom or whatever, protocol. I said, I know me. Me, I go in the way I'm comfortable. Where I am, I'm going to be myself. Of course, I understand when it's protocol and all things like that. But you know what? Don't let them cave you in. Don't let them suppress you. Don't let them. They say, why are you laughing when you're preaching? I said, should I laugh? I laugh. I'm going to laugh. All those Europeans who are saying, I'm not cultured, I'm inferior, not civilized. Civilized people don't laugh. Civilized people don't wear colored dress and things like that. They are the ones who are following me now. Not be me, they follow them. I am the one following. They are the ones following me. I'm not the one following them. They are the ones following me. They are the ones learning from me today. Don't allow anybody to put you in a box. Be yourself. Know who you are and celebrate yourself. God didn't make mistake. God didn't make mistake. There is not a mistake that He has given your own uniqueness. Use your uniqueness to glorify God. Use your uniqueness to celebrate yourself, to celebrate heaven. By the time you're celebrating yourself, some Christians, religious people too have said, the religious people tell you, don't wear this. They tell women all the time, don't wear this. Okay, this, like now, there is Mayowa right now in front of me, and Alona here. But she's wearing good gown, and then she's going to put something on top, to cover her hand. I said, why are you putting something on top all the time? Oh, well, I just feel that. So it's not cold now. Oh, well, and I know what they are referring to, because they are religious people are going to say, why should you expose your hands? I said, yes. Religious people too, they are one of the ones that are really killers. They are going to kill your uniqueness. They are going to kill your difference. They are going to kill the thing in you. They are going to use religion, anything that is necessary to kill you. They are going to suppress you. They are going to tell you shouldn't wear this, you shouldn't wear that, you shouldn't use this makeup, you shouldn't do that. They are going to use any religious explanation, either it's religion or cultural explanation, anything they have to use to kill you, they will use to kill you. So that's why I know that if you are unique, if you know your uniqueness, go and emphasize it. Go and celebrate it. Go and rejoice with it. Go and use it. Go and use your uniqueness to gain glory, to bring glory to God. Because when you celebrate what God has given you, you are actually celebrating God. When you celebrate what God has given you, you are giving God the glory. It's not just about you, it's about God. The God that God gave you those things, when you rejoice about it, you are actually celebrating Him. So don't let anybody put you down. Don't let the culture, don't let the, because when I first came to Europe, I said, oh, but these people are more developed than us. Maybe they are right. Maybe. But study very well. I don't say you should go and do some crazy stuff, right? But study your own uniqueness and look at the way you could best use that uniqueness. Look at the way you should. You know, there are some women today who are going to put plastic in their breast and put all that because they don't know that the small one they have is what God wants to use to glorify them or to celebrate them. Or some people are going to put something on their back. If the small one is what you have, that's your difference. Don't try to be like every other person. Just be who you are. Just be who you are and celebrate it. That small one you have, go and find a way of magnifying it, of celebrating it. Anything big you have, go and make a way or find a way of packaging it and celebrate it. Celebrate what you have. Rejoice with it and thank God for it. It is not when we are all the same that we are loved or when we are celebrated. Because when you are all the same, you get used to what you are all the same. You don't notice what looks exactly the same like you. But when you are different, that is what causes people to turn their head. It is what is different that's causing people to look back twice. So those things that make you to be different, those are the things that are making you to be celebrated, really. So next point, so you make a list. Like I said, make a list of your uniqueness. Make a list. After you make a list, go ahead and begin to rejoice and thank God for them. Begin to celebrate your uniqueness. After celebrating it, go ahead and develop it. You need to develop your uniqueness. Develop those things. Find a way to polish it. Find a way. Don't just live in the crooked way, the way it was given to you by God. If it is big mouth you have and you are a woman, put good lipstick like this. And maybe you put it in a way to make it, I don't know what. Or the one you are having it too small. Find the color that is good for it. Don't just leave everything crooked. If your hair is growing up, don't just leave it to just grow anyhow, scatter, and say it's my natural. No. Find that hair and make something to make it moisturous and to make it shining and to make it, work on it. Add value. Add value to whatever God has given you. You must add value to it. Just like if you are a musician and you know how to play music, you don't just say, okay, I play the way I play that, so I will just wake up and go and play anytime. No, go and work on it. Go and do rehearsal. Go and get classes. Go and get training. Work on it. It is when when you improve the quality of what you have, when you add value to it, that you are in demand. That is when you are in demand. The next thing you need to do, learn to market. Learn to go and market. Learn how to market. The tools of marketing your difference. Learn to sell your difference. Learn to develop your difference and learn to sell your difference. The next thing you need to do is find the place of demand, the place where your difference is in demand. Go and look for places where your difference is in demand. Find a place of comfort and a place of demand for your difference. Ask yourself, who needs this, my difference? At least who welcomes it? Who celebrates my difference? Who respects it? Who receives, who welcomes my difference? Next point. Find out where are the opportunities to put your difference to use. Find opportunity to smile at people. Find opportunity to shout if you have big voice. Find opportunity to serve. Give your difference a place of service. Offer your difference for service. For free. Use your difference to add value. Use your difference to make a difference. And then use your difference to be a blessing to other people. As you are celebrating your own difference, in order for you not to envy other people, not to be jealous of other people, you need also to learn to honor other people. So how do you honor other people? Notice their differences. When you see anybody, look for their difference and give them a compliment. That way you are celebrating their difference. Because when you celebrate the difference, whatever you notice different in other people, when you celebrate them, that means you are honoring them. When you celebrate the difference of others, it means you honor them. You must also be able to celebrate your own difference by honoring your differences as well. That's how you celebrate yourself. So the celebration of others, it what helps you not to be proudful, not to be pompous, not to be arrogant, not to think that you are superior to other people. But when you don't celebrate other people, then you begin to think that you are the only one that is special. Pride begins to come in. Destruction follows after that. So don't just celebrate your own difference. Learn to celebrate other people's difference. Learn to notice other people's difference. And learn to celebrate them. That way, you will never feel prideful, and then other people will always notice your difference as well, and they will always celebrate you too. So, celebrate the difference of others, but don't celebrate the difference of others without celebrating your own difference also. Celebrate your own difference and celebrate the difference of others. Celebrate the difference of others, but don't forget to celebrate your own difference too. If you just celebrate your own difference and you don't celebrate the difference of others, that leads to pride. But if you celebrate only the difference of others and you don't celebrate your own difference, that leads to depression and low self-esteem. So there are two extremes. Those are two extremes. When you just only notice how good others are, when you only notice the differences in others, when you only notice the uniqueness of others, it gives you depression. It brings you low self-esteem. So while you are celebrating or noticing what is good in others, make sure you make double of the list of what is good in you too. While you are noticing what's good in others, notice what is good in yourself as well. When you are celebrating others, celebrate yourself. That way, love overcomes. It's a win-win situation. And you don't need to wait for them to celebrate you. The most important thing is for you to celebrate them. You celebrate them and celebrate yourself. All that things will be added to you. Don't complain if they return to you and celebrate you, or if they don't celebrate you. It doesn't matter what they do. It's not between you and people. It's between you and yourself. You go ahead and celebrate yourself, and then go ahead and celebrate others. That is enough for you to attain everything else you need about self-confidence and self-image. You are working on your own self-confidence by celebrating others and celebrating yourself. Don't be complaining, don't be angry, don't be frustrated that other people might not be celebrating you back or looking at you or noticing you. You don't need them. You need you. You need your attitude. You need your attitude to be right. You need to recognize yourself and celebrate yourself, and you need to recognize them and celebrate them. That's all you need. Don't wait till somebody comes to celebrate you. You keep on celebrating them and celebrating yourself. That works on your self-confidence. That gives you the self-confidence and the self-worth that you need. So, like I said, if you only celebrate the other people and you don't celebrate yourself, it will give you depression, it will give you low self-esteem. But when you celebrate, on the other hand, if you only celebrate yourself and you don't ever celebrate other people, that's what makes people to be proudful. That's what makes people to be pompous. That's what maybe makes people to be cocky, and that's what maybe makes people to be to elevate and exalt themselves over others. So while you're celebrating yourself, make sure you keep on noticing other people as well, their own uniqueness, their own difference, and you also celebrate them. The Bible says in the Psalms that you are beautifully and wonderfully made. You think God is a liar? You think he's lying? You think he's lying? I don't really think so. If Rick Vujicic, the way he is, it's like he's not wonderfully and beautifully made. It's like he's not beautiful. But with the beautiful life that he's having, it has proved us wrong, that we were wrong when we just use the physical tendencies and the attributes to determine how beautiful or how wonderful somebody is. No, everyone is made wonderful by God. Everyone. It doesn't matter what either we like what we see or we don't like what we see. Everyone is wonderfully and beautifully made. Even if they are disabled, even if they are incapacitated, that is their difference. Even their disablement, your disablement could be your difference. Your disablement, your incapacitation could also be your difference. So your disability is not your curse. It's not, it's not a curse to you. Your disability is your difference also. Even if you are having disability, that disability is your difference. And you remember, it is your difference that makes you to be celebrated. It is your difference that makes you to be worth it. It is your difference, not your beauty. It is your difference. So incapacity also, disability also could be the platform or the platform for your greatness, because your greatness is in your difference. So if your difference is in disability, then go for it. Go and embrace it. Go and celebrate it. That is the platform that will make you to be celebrated. So your difference, even if your difference is in disability, it is that your difference that will bring you to glory. It is that disability that will bring you to glory. Just like with Rick Vujicic and many others. So don't despise your disability. Don't despise if anything that makes you different. Never despise it. Because it is your difference. It is not your similarity that makes you great. It is your difference that makes you great. It is not where you are similar and you look the same like every other person that sets you apart. It is what makes you different from every other person that sets you apart. So, so don't look for similarity. Look for uniqueness. Don't look for your similarity. Look for your uniqueness. So if the Bible says that we are beautifully and wonderfully made, believe it. Let's believe it. It's true. It cannot lie. You are indeed, no matter how you look, no matter how you think, where you are made or what you think about yourself, the Bible cannot lie. God cannot lie. You are indeed beautifully and wonderfully made. Now, some people were asking me the question, if somebody was born with fractured nose or disabled leg or something, and the doctors can fix it and do something about it, maybe is it worth it? They were asking me, is it worth it to go and do it? Maybe you just leave it like that. I said, okay, maybe you should just leave the Siemens twins that are joined together also, just leave them like that, okay? Of course, if you can find a way, if there's a medical means of beautifying and making it even better, if you have a fractured nose, that is not the perfect thing of God, the perfect way God wants you to be. Make it perfect. If you can use medical service to make it perfect, make it perfect. Then somebody would now ask, what is the difference between that and the plastic surgeries of going to add the breast or the backside or that? I think there's a big difference. If there is something that is, fractured or something that is, is out of order and you want to use medicine to make it better, I think that is welcome. That is totally different than when you are not satisfied. Because the problem with you not being satisfied with the breast and the backside and trying to put all the thing there is that there is no guarantee that after you put that other thing that you will still be satisfied. Because, lust never gets satisfied. There is no satisfaction in lust. It will never end. It will keep on, it's insatiable. That desire to get more and more will be insatiable. And it will keep on getting bigger and bigger. So it's totally different. Now, if you just want to, correct something and just make it better, of course there is nothing bad in that. But, when you are doing it out of lust, then that lust will never go away. Then you have to go for the second surgery, then the third surgery, then the fifth surgery, then the 10th surgery. I mean, if you look at some pictures of some stars who have done so many plastic surgery, they are now looking much worse and horrible than when they started in the first place. And the thing that they wanted to correct, they are now looking much worse than the way they were looking before they even started in the first place. Why? Because it's not going to end. It's never going to be satiable. Lust, things that are based on lust are never satiable. That's why this thing I'm talking about must be based on satisfaction. You must originally be satisfied with who you are, with what you have, and thank God for it and celebrate it. Then you could improve it. You can improve it, you can better it, perfect it, but at least that must come and start from the place of satisfaction. It must start from the place of satisfaction. Okay. Kate is not here. She has very good examples, but I will call Mayowa later on to tell us some of what she is feeling about this and what are the examples that might play, that might be good here. Olena will speak Ukrainian, but I'm not going to trust him. I want her to speak English. So, all right. So you are beautifully and wonderfully made. That's what the Bible says. The Bible cannot lie. Let's go with that. So if you are beautifully and wonderfully made, it means celebrate it. And there is somebody also who will celebrate you. There are people out there who will celebrate you. And, don't bother about it. Just focus on celebrating yourself, celebrate others, and sooner or later you will see that there are people out there who will appreciate what you have and even celebrate it. But for them to appreciate and celebrate it, you must start by celebrating it. You must add value to it. You must improve it. You must, that's the way to sell it. You must give your service to others. You must propose, to do something for others, to offer your product for others. That's what we call selling it. I gave you all the list of what you need to do once you discover your uniqueness. So go back to the list that I've mentioned, and your difference is where your greatness is. Your difference will bring food to your table. Your difference will bring money to your pocket. Your difference will bring joy to your heart. Your difference will bring satisfaction to your soul. Your difference will bring you everything that you need in life. It is God's wisdom. God has put and packaged you in a way that your differences are going to serve you. Your differences will provide for you what you need. It will give you the right environment. It will give the right company, the right people. It will give you the right, all the right things that you need. If you embrace them and perfect them and add value to them and develop them to the utmost, you will see that everything you need is in your difference. Always look for opportunities to show, to display your difference. Look for opportunities and put your your difference to service. Put your difference to service. Use your difference to serve. Use your difference to proclaim your difference. Emphasize your difference. Display your difference. And put your difference into good service. So celebrate your difference. Because since God doesn't create anything exactly the same way, that means that is enough a reason for you to celebrate, because you are unique. If you are not celebrating, what you are doing is you are telling God that you are not grateful. You are telling God that you don't appreciate what He has given you or who He has made you to be. It means you are complaining. It means you are condemning God. It means you are pointing an accusing finger at God. It means that you are ungrateful. You lack gratitude. It means that, then you will not be able to use that gift for the good and for the purpose for which God gave you. It means that you will never come to fulfillment because you didn't appreciate what you have. And because of that lack of appreciation, you will never be able to put it into good service and into good use. And what God intended to do through your uniqueness will never be accomplished. So your difference is your worth. And that's where your self-confidence comes from. Your self-confidence is connected to your difference. It's connected to your self-worth. So if you are not celebrating your uniqueness and you are not thanking God for it, you are not developing it, it means it's not just mean that you are not grateful. You are not just showing lack of gratitude, but you are showing pride. So what is pride? Pride is when you only see things the way you see them to want them to be. You only see your weakness. You only see your own opinion. God is saying you are wonderfully made, and you are saying no. Why? You are You are prideful and stubborn. You are only seeing your own view. You are not seeing God's view. You are not agreeing with God's viewpoint. You are only agreeing with your own opinion. That's pride. There is another part of pride also, when you only see your own uniqueness. When you see your uniqueness, it's good, but when you only see your own and you don't see the uniqueness of others, it's also pride. Let me tell you some other things that your difference, the noticing of your difference and making a list of your difference and doing all that list that I gave you, knowing your difference, what are the other things it will give you? When you know and believe in your difference, it gives you energy. It's just like Mayowa now that is doing video. When people started telling her about her smile and her laughter and her life, she has so much energy. In fact, yes, every night when we are doing video, Mayowa is always very tired because she's been working the whole day and she doesn't go to sleep in the afternoon. So by the evening, she's so tired. But when she begins to do what she's doing, That's her uniqueness. She found her uniqueness. She found her difference. That itself puts so much energy. So much energy begins to come out of her. You will not even believe that she had not just woken up out of a good rest. But she had been tired before then. But when she steps into a place of her uniqueness, energy comes. The same thing for everybody. When you celebrate your uniqueness, when you appreciate your uniqueness, when you are thankful for your uniqueness, when you develop your uniqueness, when you when you embrace your uniqueness gives you energy. Next point, your uniqueness gives you reward. And all those people are saying, yes, it's true, Mayowa, thank you, all those things. All those are rewards. Your uniqueness gives you rewards. But today, which another thing that is important is that your uniqueness also could become your stream of income. Your uniqueness could become your stream of income. So learn to package your uniqueness and learn to demonstrate and sell them to people who might be in need of that particular uniqueness. Never look for similarities with others. Look for uniqueness from others. Let me tell you about the difference between similarity and difference and uniqueness. When you look for similarity with others, it gives you comfort. And that's the reason why people are looking for similarity. They want to feel accepted, comfort that they are accepted. They want, so that's what similarity gives you. It gives you comfort. A sense of comfort, even if it's a false comfort. You just be relaxed that, okay, I am like every other person. But your difference, when you embrace it, it gives you a platform. The people who are looking for similarities, they have comfort, they just sit down in the hall, they are just comfortable being around in the gray masses. The people who are looking for similarities, they want to be in the public opinion, they just want to be comfortable. They want to be comfortable where they are. They don't want anybody to touch them, not to touch them. That is what happens to people who are looking for similarities. They want to be accepted and just be comfortable. Nobody should touch them. They should just be in the gray masses and be in the crowd. They remain in the crowd. But when you celebrate your difference, when you push forward and promote and honor and embrace your uniqueness, that is when that uniqueness, that's when you get a platform. That becomes your platform. Your uniqueness and your difference creates your platform. It does not just create a platform for you, it creates your income as well. And then it creates your reward. Rather than just comfort zone. It gives you much more than that. So embrace your difference. Embrace your uniqueness. Because where you are different, that is where you have something to offer. Because you are more comfortable being you. You are more suitable being yourself. And it is where you are yourself that you can offer something. It is where you are different, where you are yourself, that you can perform better. So you can offer something when you embrace who you are and your own uniqueness. So, your point of difference is your point of relevance. Mayowa, come. What will be your point of difference is your point of relevance. Your point of difference is your point of relevance. You are beaming now, beaming now. You were tired before now too. But now you are beaming. Here she comes.
Hello everyone. Hello, good day. Well. This is really, again, an eye-opener for me in terms of my uniqueness. There's one thing really that I want to say about being a Christian and not appreciating my uniqueness and where it started from. It actually started for me from church, or it got worse. As a young adult in church, where, you know, I have big boobs, and in church they're always getting me to cover up, like cover up and cover yourself, taking my clothes. And it was really difficult for me at first, because the way they say it is that, you know, you're not, you know, this is the house of God, be your brother's keeper, all these things. And I'm thinking, I just came to church to be myself. I came here to seek God. I'm not here to be my brother's keeper. But it really, my urgency is just that we all do it, where we are, you know, judging people or saying something about what they're wearing, how they look. It's not for us to say those things. We didn't create them. And, you know, I didn't know actually that this was actually impacting me and changing my ways and, you know, changing my mindset. It was just a very subtle thing that was happening to me that I didn't realize. I just wake up one day, years later, and realize that I don't really even know myself, because the environment where I was, it was always, you know, cover something, you know, cover yourself, cover this. I understand that you need to be modest, but it was the areas that God has created me, the way God has created me. So at one point I went to the pastor and I said to the pastor that, you know, what am I supposed to do with this? Am I supposed to, this is how God created me. Am I supposed to cut this off or reduce it? You know, and I think that was the end of all the hassle that I used to get, because he actually used to be the pastor that tells the women as well, especially women, we're really hard on each other when it comes to appearance, where we will go and tell, you know, you look like this, you look this way, or, you know, if they don't have confidence themselves, when they see another lady, they start saying things about them and how they look. So my plea today really is that, you know, we're all here listening to Dr. Sandey, but there's so many things that we do to other people. So it's not just about us gaining this information, but it's also about us practicing them with other people, not putting people down for the way they look or putting people down for what they have that makes them unique, appreciating them and genuinely appreciating them, and not, you know, talking, you know, saying that they have to do certain things, even if they dress in a way that you don't think that is appropriate. It's not for you to say to them that, you know, they're not appropriate. Let them be who they need to be. So that's my first and foremost thing. And in terms of, for me personally as well, appreciating myself. So on the one hand is that the environment and what people tell me made me not to really appreciate my difference and appreciate myself. I'm one of this person that I really think that it's okay to have surgery, to have plastic surgery, you know. And a lot of people would ask me, what do you want to have plastic surgery, in what area? Not until today that I'm starting to think that maybe I shouldn't. And this is because of maybe what I see outside, what I see beauty to be. Over the last few weeks, Dr. Sandey has been teaching us about what the rules, that who made the rules. He started with fashion a few weeks ago, where he was talking about his fashion sense and colors and things like that, and who made those rules. You know, knowing your self-worth also involving knowing that the person, somebody else that made the rules, is another human being. So you can make your own rule as well. You don't need to settle for the rules that was made by another human being. You know, who says that rule is the right rule? So Dr. Sandey actually gave me a mind shift in terms of listening and thinking certain colors is appropriate, or, you know, you have to dress in a certain way. This is the dress code. This is the dress code colors. Knowing yourself also involves you understanding that you can set the trends yourself. You don't have to wait for other people to set the trends where you're following the trends. So for me, I really need to start to understand myself. I'm lucky enough to be here and also to read Who Am I and Why Am I Here. That was my first support system. Yes, that exactly was my first wake-up call. Who am I and why am I here? And then from that, listening to this every day, being in this environment has really, really helped me, because I didn't know, I thought I was somebody that had some confidence, but I didn't know that my confidence was shattered totally, and I didn't really know who I am. So hence, the first week when I came here, I remember somebody saying that I should do live broadcast to review who am I, and I said, no, never, I will never do that. And look at me now, I can't get enough of the camera. So again, if you don't know yourself and you don't know your worth, then you would end up just being in the wrong position, being in the wrong, it's almost like being in the wrong self, being in the wrong body. So it's really worth us, or me personally, to find out myself, to sit down, study myself, understand what makes me thick, and being in the right environment, which is where I am now. So please, guys, as we are learning as well, let's help other people, not to be the one to put other people down, or even say something negative about how they look or what they're wearing, or how something is very colorful. I even did that to Dr. Sandey. When I first came, I was complaining about the colors that he wears, that is too much, it's not the right color. He put me right, as you know, he always puts me right. So thank you so much for listening. I have loads of examples, but I haven't put them together properly. So, but I guess that you do understand what I'm saying, and I hope that we can all develop this attitude that we appreciate who we are, understand that we're unique and other people are unique, not just us being unique, but they are also unique. So thank you for listening to me. Elena, do you want to try? No? Okay. So can I thank people? Guys, I just want to thank you for the social media takeover. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it, but we still need to work a little bit harder. Remember the hashtag. We need to put this hashtag, not any other hashtag. So it's DSA Golden Jubilee. That's the hashtag. And you can post videos, testimonials. You can post photos as well. Any content you can post about DSA, whatever you want to say, post and share. And for those people that are not posting and sharing, when you see anything DSA Golden Jubilee, will you please post and share it? So repost and share as well. There's a schedule out there, but nobody is using it. But please, I just want to urge you guys to just share every hour. Make sure that somebody is putting something out on DSA Golden Jubilee. Thank you very much. Bye.
Okay, so that's it. I hope you were blessed. I hope you are blessed. Normally I don't have enough time, but today I managed to. I think I managed to give you the stuff on time. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for being here today. Yeah, we are going to be back today again at 7 o'clock for the Russian testimony time, the testimony marathon that we're starting until the birthday of Pastor Sandey. And then at 9 o'clock, Mayowa will be back with our own program with the questions and answers. So we are going to be back in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, in the next 4 hours, yeah? Or, yeah, 3.5 hours. In the next 3.5 hours, we are going to be back for the interview with the Russians, with their testimonies. And then in the next 5.5 hours, we are going to be back for Mayowa question and answer. And happy birthday to Julie. You are the birthday girl today. Yeah. Happy birthday to you, and God bless you, everybody. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you back in the next 3-4 hours. Blessings. Bye.